Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are going to learn how to solve two-step equations using function machines. We've got three success criteria, and the first one is to solve equations with integer solutions. So if we want to solve this equation, that means we want to find out what x is, what number x represents. So we can write this as a function machine, saying what is being done to x. So we've got x, and 3x means we're timesing it by 3. And then we're adding 1, and we get the answer 7. So to work out what x is, we simply work backwards, doing the opposite. So this is known as doing the inverse. So we start with 7. The opposite of adding 1 is taking away 1, and the opposite of timesing by 3 is dividing by 3. So 7 take away 1 is 6, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. So that means x equals 2. Here's a question for you to have a go at. Try to use the function machine to solve this equation. Pause the video, and when you're ready to see what you should have done, press play. So this is what we should have done. You've got x, you're timesing it by 2, and then you're adding 8, and we get the answer 20. So we need to work backwards, doing the opposite. So we start with 20, we take away 8, and we divide by 2. So 20 take away 8 is 12, and 12 divided by 2 is 6. So x equals 6. Here's another example. So we've got x, 5x means we're timesing it by 5, then we're taking away 9, and we get 11. So we need to work backwards, doing the opposite. So we start with 11. The opposite of taking away 9 is adding 9, and the opposite of timesing by 5 is dividing by 5. 11 plus 9 is 20, and 20 divided by 5 is 4. So x equals 4. Here's a question for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to see what you should have done, press play. So for this question, we've got x, we're timesing it by 10, we're taking away 1, and we get 29. So we work backwards, doing the opposite. We start with 29, we add 1, and we divide by 10. 29 plus 1 is 30, and 30 divided by 10 is 3. So x equals 3. In this question, we've got x over 3 plus 8 equals 2. Now x over 3 means x divided by 3. So we've got x, we're dividing it by 3, we're adding 8, and we get 2. So we need to work backwards, doing the opposite. So I've got 2, I need to take away 8, and then times by 3. Now 2 take away 8 is going to be minus 6. So our answer is going to be a negative answer. So 2 take away 8 is minus 6, and minus 6 times 3 is minus 18. So our answer is x equals minus 18. Here's a question for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to mark your work, press play. So for this question, we've got x, we're dividing it by 5, we're adding 3, and we get 2. So we need to work backwards doing the opposite. We start with 2, we take away 3, and we times by 5. 2 take away 3 is minus 1, and minus 1 times 5 is minus 5. So x equals minus 5. Here are some questions for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to mark your work, press play. Here are your answers. So there's your green answers, and there's your amber answers. And now we've completed success criteria 1. So now we're going to move on to number 2, and this is to solve equations with non-integer solutions. So if it's got a non-integer solution, this means the answer is going to be either a fraction or a decimal. So we've got 5x plus 1 equals 8. So we write the function machine. We've got x, we're timesing it by 5, we're adding 1, and we get 8. So we need to work backwards doing the opposite. So we've got 8, we need to take away 1, and then divide by 5. 8 take away 1 is 7, and then 7 divided by 5 is not going to be a whole number. So we can write it as a fraction, as 7 over 5. That means 7 divided by 5. So x equals 7 over 5. Or we can give our answer as a decimal. 7 divided by 5 is 1.4. In this question, we've got x, we're timesing it by 3, we're dividing by 4, and we get 1. So we need to work backwards doing the opposite. We've got 1, times by 4, then divide by 3. 1 times 4 is 4, and 4 divided by 3 is not going to be a whole number, so we can put 4 over 3. So x equals 4 over 3, or 1.3 recurring. Here's some questions for you to have a go at. Give your answers as improper fractions. Pause the video, and when you're ready to mark your work, press play. Here are your answers. So there's your green answers, and there's your amber answers. So now we've completed success criteria 2. So now we're going to move on to number 3, and this is to apply solving equations to shapes. So we're told the perimeter of this rectangle is 42 centimeters, and we want to find the value of x. So if we write an expression for the perimeter of the rectangle, that means adding up all the sides. So we can say the perimeter is x minus 2 plus x plus 5 plus x minus 2 plus x plus 5. If we simplify this, we get 4x plus 6. So that's the expression for the perimeter, but we know the perimeter is actually 42. So that must equal 42. So now we've got an equation that we can solve. So we can write the function machine for it, then work backwards doing the opposite. So we've got 42. We need to take away 6 and then divide by 4. So 42 take away 6 is 36, and 36 divided by 4 is 9. So x equals 9. In this question, we're told the area of the rectangle is 21 centimeters squared, and we want to find the value of x. So the area is the length times width, so we need to do 3 times by 2x minus 5. So the area, if we times 2x minus 5 by 3 is 6x minus 15. That's our expression for the area, but the area is actually 21, so that must equal 21. Then we can write a function machine to be able to solve it and work backwards doing the opposite. So we start with 21, we add 15, and then we divide by 6. So 21 plus 15 is 36, and 36 divided by 6 is 6. So x equals 6. Here's some questions for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to mark your work, press play. Here are your answers. So there's your green answers, there's your amber answers, and there's your red answers. And now we've completed success criteria 3. So now that we've completed the last success criteria, it's time to end the video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you found it useful. Make sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to check out the other videos on the rest of the channel. I'll see you next time. See ya.